Hello, hello, my fellow low-level life form. Imagine we're just small creatures in a big world. Oh, how you doing? I'm doing great. In a couple of days I will be out traveling, and that is going to be super nice. So I will try to do as much coding as I can while I can. Add to viewport. User widget. Create widget. Yeah, there you go. Sell. This. Owning player. Get player controller. Ah, sweet. That can be an owning thing. I never really use blueprints too much, so when I use it, it's like, what does things do? Main menu. Maybe it should be main menu. Change variable. Ah, sweet, it remembered. So if I take this one and I say create widget or create object. Main menu. Main menu. Okay, yeah, whatever. This works. I'm fine. Cool. And now when we have the main menu, we should be able to add this HUD to the game mode, which we have. So now when we open up this beautiful beast here, it works. Sweet. And I guess I need a custom player controller. Am I doing something with this player controller? Probably not. Can probably use the same thing. Nice. Whoa, it works. Alright, I know when I click this, I know that my editor is going to shut down. So Unreal has like a couple of ways of exiting the game. One of them is doing a generic platform request and just exiting, which it works fine on device. Because then, I mean, you're just exiting. But if you're in, it's called like PIE mode, P-I-E. Honestly, I need to look up what does that actually stand for. PIE. Unreal. Oh, it stands for player in editor. Okay, makes sense. Okay. So when I am in pie mode, aka player in editor mode, this just, yeah, breaks horribly. Cool. Okay. So now this is a user widget, so I should be able to get player, get first player controller. Cool. So now I should be able to have a main menu. Should be able to enter and exit stuff. That is super. There you go. Exit. Sweet. Start game. Sweet. Okay, so I need to create some kind of server browser. I have no clue how I'm going to use this, but we can at least create the UI for it. User, so we have a user widget and we can call it server browser view. So we probably want to, oops. Okay, so now we can compile this and can also create a user widget. And we can call this, what do we call this? Call this button item. Button item. So with this button item, I can add two public fields, just like the drop-down item. One is the text and one is the button. Boom. View is simple button. Simple button. I love that. I will have the, when I interact with this, I will have button on button clicked. Okay, so when we have this thing, what did we call it? U button item. So this would be the base button. And when we have a base button, we can then use it to spawn stuff. You woke up today and you decided, with a bad headache, and you decided to make a custom OS. I don't judge. Okay, I do judge. How does that not make the headache worse? But hey, I mean, you gotta work towards your goals, so go ham, buddy, go ham. So with this with this vertical box, we can add this as what do we call it? We call it I don't know, main server view. So now when we have this, we can create our server browser. Server browser. I mean, you clearly need to be very, very patient to fix or Linux installs. That feels like you need to have the patience of a saint. If I remember correctly, you have a wife, right? So I understand why she's with you if you have that amount of patience. Yeah. You must be the best partner ever. Okay, so we have the server browser. I need to add. So we need the main vertical box, and then we probably need a back button. Simple button, basic. I mean, as a person, I never like fighting. Like, I like arguing, but I don't like fighting. So I'm always very heated emotional arguments. I'm always very calm until I'm not. Okay, until someone steps on my toes, then I lose my shit. But I mean, who doesn't? Okay, so I'm not sure if I should. This was the pause menu. Where did the main menu go? Ah, there. Should have it there. Okay. So I got the main menu. Yeah, we're in general like pretty chill people. I would say, yeah, Swedish people are pretty chill. We are, I would say, as a whole, we're very like conflict avoidant. Yeah, I would say that we're not really into having conflicts, which means that so one big thing in Sweden is it's shame. You use shame to get people to do what they're supposed to do. So if you break one of our unwritten rules that we won't tell you, okay, then we will look at you and we will look at you with disappointing eyes. We're like, that's so not Swedish of you. which I guess could be make it semi-hard to get into the society as a whole. But man, if you just gotta learn the unwritten rules. Not true. Like, we, I mean, during the Second World War, yeah, then we didn't have a war, right? But I mean, before that, I mean, we were we're like a extreme war country in the roots, so to say. So for a long time, like we fought, you know, Denmark a lot. We fought Finland a lot. We had Norway. I think I don't remember which one of the kings it was, but the problem was he invaded Russia, and Russia's so big. So, and if I remember correctly, like that he basically lost his entire army trying to invade Russia because they couldn't feed the soldiers, so they just starved and froze to death. So I would say yes in near terms. No, then Sweden is not very war hungry, but as a like on a longer time horizon, yeah, then we have been in a lot of wars. Nolable's history lesson. Yeah, this is actually a history channel now. I can give you a fun like trivia about countries and war, and that is like countries without that usually don't go to war doesn't mean they don't have like a defense in a way. So usually, like if you look at Sweden and like Switzerland, we have incredible like weapons manufacturing industry. So Sweden is like really good at manufacturing airplanes for being such a small country. And yeah, so usually countries that aren't going to war usually have very strong industry of war. So in a way, everyone goes to war. I want to add a lambda. Add. I wonder if I can. Probably maybe do this. So if I add this and then what is it? How do you do it? Is it like this? No. This. No. Okay, so this is actually a lambda. Because I think if I search, yeah, this is a lambda. This is how you make lambdas in C++. But if I do add unique diameter, no. Add, nope. Okay, doesn't work. Let's make a function. Back to basics. Back pressed. Okay, now I can bind this view. Do do do. Main menu, and then I need some well, let's call it back pressed. I don't know what to call it. Let's call it back pressed. Because then I want to set the visibility of this to be slight visible. Okay. Oh no. Okay, what is wrong with my server browser? It's I don't have a back button, and I don't have the correct stuff. I'm just gonna make some coffee. Okay, let's go back to server browser. Ahoy, ahoy, my dude. How you doing? I hope you're doing great. I'm at least doing great today. So let's do 250, size 500. I'm doing wunderbar. I don't know. I feel like life is just nice, you know. I quite like this. So I usually I wake up at a normal time. I spend some time playing games. Yeah. Being on vacation is pretty nice. And man, when I have you guys, I have an infinite amount of what do you call it? Motivation. Yeah, motivation is a good word. This feels big. Why is this so big? That's what she said. Minus 100. Okay. Back. Size. I think 200 is probably more suitable. How is your Game Maker journey going? Like due to the whole pirate software thing, I had to learn, or I learned that Game Maker has alarms, and comparing that to how other programming languages work and how other systems work, comparing that to Unreal and Unity overall, it feels like, damn, alarms are just a shitty shitty system. I don't mean to trash on Game Maker because it's I made my first game in Game Maker. It's really good for getting going. It's really nice for creating simple stuff. It's perfect for a certain amount of games. But the alarm system just feels weird. Yeah, they work when they work, right? They do what they're supposed to do, and sometimes that is just the best thing. You just need to focus on. It just needs to work. But I never looked at it, but are the alarms based on real time? When I say real time, I mean the time. So if there is 1 second in real life, that would be 1 second in alarm time. Or is it based on delta time? So, no, wait. Did I say this wrong? Yeah, I said it wrong. Is it based on frames? Yeah, is it based on frame time or is it based on delta time? Okay, yeah. Then let's leave it at that. Why? Alright, I haven't created a... Okay, so now let's create my next invention, and that is a a button view. So we need a button item. Oops. BP button item. And this one needs okay, yeah. Have fun. See you. GG, man. GG. Okay, yeah. So alarms are counted down at the start of each step. So I'm assuming it's using a step is probably then a tick or a frame or an update or whatever game engine you're using. So I'm assuming it's Delta based. So we probably want a horizontal box. All right. We want a scale box. No. What am I looking for? Panel. I'm looking for a size box, so we can set the height to be, I don't know, 100 maybe? You can say 400 and 100. This will be perfect. So when we have a size box, we can then create a horizontal box, and the horizontal box can then create a button or a text. Let's see. Base simple text. Okay, I haven't created this one. I now have some overlapping things, but yeah. Yeah, logical update. Yeah. That makes sense. That makes total sense. Okay, so we have some simple text. BP base simple text. And we can copy paste basically my other thing here. Yeah, no, having separate updates for logic and raw logics makes sense. I'm not sure if GameMaker is multi-threaded, but if you want to be able to, like, yeah, draw stuff in a multi-threaded fashion, you would need to separate those out. Which I'm assuming they want to, so would make sense. Makes sense to me. Okay, cool. Now when we have this one, we can set it to, like, I don't know, 200 as just a test. Pop-ins, regular font. Yeah, maybe there's no multi-threading for the user in GameMaker, but I'm assuming that the engine is multi-threaded. I'm assuming that like all the logic behind, they have some multi-threading for that. Because otherwise, holy moly, like doing collision testing and all of those things, like, I don't know if it comes with Pathfinder. Async tasks, yeah, I guess they're, yeah, close enough, right? That's basically like having multi-threading almost. Yeah, collision is on one thread. Yeah, that makes, I would say that makes total sense. Okay, fill, and then we can add some padding. Right. 20. Cool. Let's call it, let's just set it to join. We have some text here. That's perfect. Need to call this one text, and I need to call this one method. And now it compiles. Oh, really? Audio and rendering isn't? Well, I see, because those things are very, very nice to have multi-threaded. In general, like if I can bring up a drawing. Or let's see, can I bring up Firefox here? Not now. X Kali draw. I want some darkness. Okay, so like one of the reasons why you want like multi-threaded rendering is because if you have, for instance, this, and like I can zoom in a bit, you would have like your game logic, and that would happen first. And then you would have your rendering, and then yeah, this would go on and on and on and on for a single or for a frame. Oh no. Let's make it white. Okay. So between this would be a frame. So why you really want multi-threaded rendering is because when the game logic is done, if you have another thread here, so you would have your render thread and you would have your game thread, right? So then you could just start the next game logic, and then you could do rendering, and then everything would just be one frame behind. So this would render this would render this, and this would render the next one. So you could always just start and prep the next sequence of items while you're waiting for the frame to render. And if you for some reason have a lot of lag, or if you would have if it would take longer than expected, then you would just have like a vsync or a sync interval in between here. So it would just need to wait, like starting rendering the next frame. And yeah, this super important, very important. Otherwise game could be very slow. You're missing out on a lot of performance. Now back to work. Never mind, rendering isn't threaded. Yeah, I mean, if you have if GameMaker have async tasks, then networking could, like, I mean, it would kind of be threaded. It's like C#. So in C# you can create a task, and this task would like, you can hook into a callback kind of system, and that callback could almost act as if it's multi-threaded. But yeah, like you said, no clue if how it's set up or not. Okay, so then we can have this join a game button, on clicked, add dynamic, this. Let's have a then join game call. I mean, If it isn't threaded, then unfortunately they're leaving out a lot of performance on the table. I understand. It makes making the engine simpler. If you don't, or sorry, it makes logic just straight up simpler if you don't do it. But it feels like, I don't know, feels like it should be. I kind of want to look this up now. Game maker multi-threading. Also, I can recommend sure your code doesn't get stuck in a loop. And GameMaker editor can start lagging when in debug mode. Oh, that would suck. That would suck big time. If your editor starts lagging, that can probably be a one of the worst things ever. Yeah, one thing that you can actually, so you can look up, or the easiest way to look up if a if something is multi-threaded is when you start to drag. Not necessarily if everything is multi-threaded, but if the window is multi-threaded, is if you start to drag the window and the game stops rendering, it just takes the last frame and stops rendering, then your window management is probably single threaded. Because you can basically set up in Windows, you can set up so basically your window is on one thread and all the callbacks that you get from a window is on one thread, and then you can have your game on another thread, and you can have your rendering on a third thread, and so on and so forth. Damn. Well, intentionally crashing your game. Sounds bad. Okay, so now we have our server browser. Can call it server browser. That is probably the worst thing in Unreal. It's so easy to crash the editor. Would be nice if you could just, I don't know, not do that. That would be nice. But I understand why they do it. In Unity, they basically have a big try-catch in the editor for the game. Okay, set visibility, slate visibility to visible, and then we can set all of the items here. Set visibility, slate visibility to hidden. We can have this as hidden too. And then we can call the server browser and say, hey, we're trying to set you up. This is me. Please start looking for servers for me to join. Could be nice if I could still use the Unity editor, I guess event, throw the game, runner, crash, or locked up, yeah. Yeah. Unity does a lot of things right, and a lot of things wrong, which is ironic. But hey, can't complain. Sometimes it is what it is. Okay, so we have a button item. We should bring our server browser, add the button item here. Cool. Do we have... No, we haven't added the server browser here, which we should. Then we could add... Boop, boop. And then... server browser. And then let's set it to hidden by default, so we can then enable it later on. So when I... Nice, it works. And you could go back. That works too. That's perfect. Okay, so now we can start spawning stuff. I'm not sure we need this array or not. Probably. We'll see. Okay, so we should have like clear children, and then main spawned items, then clear this out. So now we can add some like test data for this. Oh, maybe I should actually, so instead of having just a vertical view, this should probably be a scroll view. What if there's a lot of servers? Yeah, there should probably be a... Yeah, this should be a scroll box. Silly me. So let's copy and paste those values, so we have that. And then we can change this to be a U scroll box. Cool. Main server view. What? All right, yeah. I need to compile first for it to tell me that this is cool now. Nice one, Clucky. Okay. Now I got mad, and that is because it's not a scroll box. Or it has no clue what a scroll box is. Okay. So now when we have this, we can then start spawning some items. So let's spawn like 10 items. And then we can create widget. This is the owner. This is supposed to be the widget. It's a button item. The class of it, which is the button. We don't need to name it necessarily. I'll probably need to include Minimart UI and then button item. Yeah, then that is happy again. So now when we have our button, again, main server view. Add child. And that will be the button. And spawned items, add button, Hassa. Oh, what is wrong with my server browser now? All right, I never added the scroll box. Main server view. Cool. Now join. Whoa, sweet. I think it's a bit too big, but that's fine. It's nothing a bit of... Okay, so max desired height, let's say like 70. Height 70. Maybe 60. 60 is probably good. 60. Okay, sweet. Boom. Nice, okay. We probably need to add some padding, and we also need to... I don't know. Let's set something fun up. So we got the text. We can text, set text. This is way too much text. It's like text fiesta. And then from string soup. Okay, now hopefully this will work. Hopefully I have a shit ton of items that will say that it's in server. Then when we press, that did not work. This is not fair, Michael. I wonder if I played before I compiled. No. I think I know what's wrong. Text. Setup. Text. Because I think like now when I call set text, I have like some stupid constructor that it's called, and it's calling on the wrong text. There you go. I love getting phone calls. So nice talking to people instead of just talking to myself like a buffoon. Okay, but now this works. I kind of want to add a lambda for this. Okay, to begin with, let's get the, I think it has a slot, and you can cast this slot to a uCanvas panel slot. Panel slot. Then this one you should be able to set padding. No, panel, set alignment, set anchor, set layout, set maximum, set offset. I think it's offset. So we have the F margin. Nothing, no top, and then at the bottom we set it to 10. Now when we have some padding, it should look just a tiny bit better. Oops, wrong button. Join, oh no, I think I crashed it. I did. How is this crashing Unreal? What? Maybe because it hasn't. Jävla Mao. Like, I wasn't expecting, like, out of everything, how is this? But I'm assuming that it isn't attached to anything, so that probably means that the slot it has is null. I didn't expect it, but you know, you learn something new every day. Look, if someone were to set up a speedrunning page for speedrunning crashing Unreal, I could easily take the top place. I know every nook and cranny on how to crash this bad boy. No, crashed again. I guess it's still. You know what? I'm not gonna look at the crash report, okay? I know what I'm doing. And what I'm doing is the wrong thing, because this returns a uPanel slot, and that is probably the faultiness in this. So we can call this slot a little slot. Get content, but I want to set the margin. I just want to set the margin, man. Would remove RAM from the computer count as cheating? I mean, the computer needs to work. Like getting your computer to explode. That is not speedrunning crashing Unreal. That is speedrunning crashing your financial state of mind. It's like, yeah. I'm not looking to go broke. I'm looking to, you know, win an award or something, you know. Okay, let's try this in the old manual sense. When I get this, there is, okay, scroll box slot, okay? Panels, but I already know what the content is. I'm not stupid. Okay. 100% this will work. I think probably enough. What if I install Unreal on a USB drive and run Unreal and then unplug it? I think enough is actually in memory, so when you would start the editor and then pull the plug, you would probably be able to boot up till a certain point and then it would crash. That is, you feel free to try. I'm not stopping you, but have fun. Okay, so this is a scroll box slot. So with this slot, we can then set, oh yeah, now we can set some padding on this bad boy. 0, 0, and then 10, right? And then let's compile. Ah, look at this. We got padding. So now we just need to get this to work. Add item to, I don't know, server list. Okay, so I kind of have a server browser now, so Unreal Engine used to crash for me because why not, so I don't have to do that either. I mean, skill issue, okay, skill issue. Okay, we have a server browser, we can join. We probably need a settings menu, but that could be for later. So okay, so the whole like connecting to other users on Steam and whatever, probably need to do that later. That is probably going to do a lot of mental damage. Yeah, emotional damage. But at least I got it up and running. I'm gonna go eat some food. I'm gonna do some cleaning. And then I will probably be back later. So